Texas is staying in the headlines, and it's not for good reasons, unfortunately. We know Texas has been in headlines a lot lately because of the crisis at the southern border that the current president and his cabinet and whoever else refused to put a stop to. Instead, they are letting it go on like it's not a big deal and it's a huge, massive deal. Well, then there was the truck convoy that's supposed to be headed towards the border there. I think they called it God's Army. I could be wrong on the title of what they called themselves. There's supposed to be 700,000 trucks. There's been a few dozen instead. The number is not at all what they expected it to be. And they've had a lot of issues since Monday, since they set out for the border. They've had tires slashed. You've had trucks that have just stopped completely because they've gotten lost, so they pulled out. You had somebody get kicked off of one of the buses. I guess there's a bus in there too. Got kicked off the bus in a live stream in the middle of South Carolina, got kicked off the bus without their wallet and left stranded. I don't know what they did, but obviously they were on the wrong side of whatever everybody else believed and was on the side of in that bus, and they got kicked out. And then just yesterday, we talked about here on the channel, we talked about the massive chicken farm fire that was happening in Bryan, Texas. It started Monday at sometime after 5 p.m. They're saying it's going to take days to, put the fire out. That was at Feathercrest Farms in Bryan, Texas. Well, today, y'all, more fun stuff for Texas. Unfortunately, when I say fun stuff, I mean awful, because it's one of those things where it's not surprising that this has happened. I've talked about this numerous times. I don't trust pipelines. I don't trust any of these kind of things. Well, now you have, just yesterday, looky cookie. Can y'all see that? I wonder if I can hit play and it does anything. There's going to be a lot of volume here. Hold on. I forgot to turn the volume down. Maybe it won't work, but it says Oklahoma gas pipeline blast shoots 500-foot flames that are visible from space as farmers' fields and power lines are scorched by colossal inferno. Farmers' fields. So Monday night we had a chicken farm go up, and then yesterday, same state, Texas, we have a gas pipeline that explodes and wreaks havoc on farmers' fields. So yeah, that's not at all surprising that this is what's happening. This is a very hard video to see. So you can kind of sort of see. Y'all see that right there? That is that is ridiculous. That looks like something out of a movie. So according to this, numerous emergency crews and authorities responded to a gas pipeline explosion near the Texas-Oklahoma border last night. Videos of the explosion posted by officials show scorching flames rising 500 feet into the sky, scorching farm fields and electrical lines in the area. Authorities from the Booker Fire Department and Elmwood Fire Department responded to the scene and shared photos of the inferno large enough to be picked up on satellite. Officials have not yet confirmed what caused the blast. Like they're ever going to confirm what caused the blast. They never do, just so you know. Now, according to ABC7, the explosion occurred at, give you the roads here, NS 154 road and EW 29 road. So I'm guessing, I don't even know what those mean, near the state border of Beaver County, Oklahoma and Dowsett, Texas, and was visible over 30 miles away to the public. 30 miles away. The explosion was also visible to locals in Elmwood and Logan in Oklahoma and Booker, Texas. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. That is absolutely just, oh my gosh. Okay. Now, according to this, they have no other information. The pipeline is reportedly owned by DCP Midstream, later acquired by Phillips 66. A spokesperson from Phillips 66 told Newsweek that the blast occurred around 9:15 p.m. local time yesterday and confirmed that the pipeline had been shut down. There have been no injuries associated with the incident and no health threats to neighboring residences. Why do they always say no health threats? Because there is immediately a health threat when you have anything like that up in the sky like that. There's a ton of smoke around it. I don't know if y'all can see that. The other health threat, even if they don't want to say there's a health threat to humans, what about all the animals that were right in that area? What about these farmers' fields? What about like all this other stuff? If power gets knocked out and you happen to be on a breathing machine, guess what? That's a health threat. I don't care. They want to sugarcoat it and gloss over things and whatever else so people aren't worried, people aren't thinking about things. But anytime there's an explosion, anytime something like this happens, please know that you should be worried about your health a little bit and make sure you're doing what needs to be done to keep yourself healthy, okay? It says here, Phillips 66 has shut in the affected section of pipeline and has made the appropriate regulatory notifications, whatever the hell that means. The company's first priority in responding to this incident is ensuring the safety and health of its workers, emergency responders, and the surrounding community, said a spokesperson. This flame is massive. Gas explosions usually occur when a gas pipe is leaking. In confined spaces, the gas will mix with the air and increase the pressure of the space. A spark or flame, including a speck of static electricity, can cause the gas to ignite and explode. Survivors of gas explosions often suffer third-degree burns, traumatic brain injuries, loss of limbs, blindness, and other extreme injuries. Victims of explosions often require extensive medical treatment, rehabilitation, and long-term physical therapy. An official investigation into the incident is underway. This is a gas pipeline that should be underground, correct? Like, isn't that how these are supposed to work, underground? So where's your static electricity coming from? I don't know how it all works, but I've never pretended to know all the answers to everything. I am just as clueless on some things as everybody else, but hopefully somebody here in the Squirrel Tribe might have a little bit of information on how this is possible, because this is not the first gas pipeline explosion we have talked about. There have been numerous ones that we have talked about on this channel, and they keep happening. Why do they keep happening? I will tell you right now, though, the fact that it said it scorched some of the power lines, the next thing you're going to hear is, well, because of this fire, we've decided to bury all of our power lines so we don't have to worry about this in the future. I'm telling you, certain things are done on purpose to afford them the ability to do things that they want to do, but they can't get anybody to sign off on. So they're like, we want to build new condos here, and we want to put all these power lines under the ground and whatever else, and nobody will let us, so let's just set Lahaina on fire. Y'all don't even get me started on that. I still pay attention to it until they can give me something. I don't have any updates there, but it is almost February 3rd, y'all, and that will be the 1-year anniversary of the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, the Norfolk Southern train derailment, and subsequent, because the train derailment is not the big deal, the subsequent intentional release of chemicals into the soil, intentional setting on fire of said chemicals. That's the big deal. It has almost been a year, February 3rd. So I will bring you on February 3rd an entire update of what's happening there, what's going on there, Norfolk Southern wise, people wise, everything. I've been working on it, just so you know, so I can bring you new stuff there, so you guys know what's happening, because people ask about it all the time. But I will say, another gas pipeline explosion. It's like, I see these headlines, and thank you, Sarah, for sending me that one. I see these headlines, and at no point in time am I ever shocked anymore. Isn't that like awful that you're not shocked when you hear these things? Oh, there's another chicken farm on fire. I'm not surprised. Processing plant went up in flames. I'm not surprised. Gas line exploded. Okay, what's new? Like, I'm not surprised by any of that. If they said, hey, we made it through the month of January and no trains derailed, no pipelines burst, no animals died from whatever, no farms went up in flames, and no processing plants got hurt, I would have been like, what? I'm so surprised. I am shocked. That would shock me. But all this other stuff, unfortunately, it's become the norm in our country, and that in itself is bothering me. But the fact that all these things right now are popping off in Texas, out of all the states, Texas, I'm not saying y'all, but y'all know what I'm saying. You let in 1 million people at a time, and can't be surprised when things start to go horrifically wrong. So there's that. Listen, Squirrel Tribe, I love y'all immensely. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your Wednesday, your hump day, my dudes. And I will see you again later. Okay, bye.